Hey bitches, welcome back to Planet Kelly. So today we're going to do I don't even know what we're going to title this episode. It's going to be gratitude for last week's episode, what we did on the 3rd and 4th of July, what we're doing tonight, Fave 5, and what the next episode's going to look like. I'm going to be honest with you. I have started this episode now for the 3rd time because I don't know what is going on. I felt like I had something that I needed to clear my throat every 4 seconds in the first one. Carried on into the second one, and then I felt like I was going to shit myself. So now we're here for the 3rd time, and hopefully this fucking one is 3rd time's a charm because I'm not fucking restarting. So we're going to just pump this bitch out right before we need to go to dinner because I got to get ready for that. And I hope you guys enjoy this quick little episode, and I'm excited to talk about my Fave 5 this week. Very pumped, very excited. All right, so first we're going to start with I am so grateful and so happy with all of the incredible feedback that I've gotten in the last week and a half of last week's episode from Brenden before I even had posted it, just her listening to like my rough draft, her feedback from other people, the comments that I've gotten online, and I'm just really happy with the way that it turned out because let me tell you, it took a lot of fucking work editing that. It was really fucking hard. It was new for me. So it was obviously, I was trying to figure out everything step by step, which was really fucking hard. And I'm going to be honest, it was a lot of fucking work, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. And I'm so happy with the fact that everybody else was enjoying it. So I'm just grateful for that. So if you listened to the last episode, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm really happy with the relationship that I've built with Brenden now, just being able to go to Oklahoma, record it, meet her family. Hopefully I'll get to have her on the podcast again sometime. And then also hopefully I'll get to have Linda on the podcast. If you are listening to this, you know who the fuck Linda is, bitch. You better listen to the last fucking episode. Because if you fucking listen to the last episode, you know Linda is Brendan's mom and she is the shit, okay? She's just a very wise, poised woman, and I very much just want to get to know everything about her. So hopefully one day she'll let me do an interview for her. But I'm really happy that you guys all liked it. I'm happy Brenden liked it and her family. And even if you guys didn't end up liking it, it was a really cool experience for me and for her to be able to sit down and have a cool, honest conversation like that, especially meeting somebody in person. I mean, we've already talked that I met Avery Woods in person in Unwell Vegas, but being able to sit down and have a full-on 2-hour length conversation and then finish that and then go to dinner together and talk more after that, that was just a really surreal, cool experience. And it makes me really happy with where I know the podcast is going to go. I know that I'm going to take it someplace that I'm going to be extremely proud of. And I just can't wait for you guys to follow along for that. We're also going to talk about, next we're going to talk about July 3rd. I don't know what the fucking weather was like anywhere else, but in Nebraska, it was shit. At least in Omaha, Gretna, Elkhorn, Blair area, it was pretty shitty. It was cloudy, then it fucking stormed, it light sprinkled all day, it downpoured. We tried to leave to go to this party like 3 times, and we ended up just not going. I was really sad we had to fucking miss that. And then the next day, July 4th, we ended up going to Maddie's aunt's house and then my godmom's. And then the day after that, July 5th, we went over to my mom's because she had a couple people over and she was doing some stuff and having a party or whatever. So we were just very busy this weekend, but it was great. It was nice to be able to see everybody. And even aside from the shit ass fucking weather that we had, it was a good time. And I feel like everybody had a very positive outlook towards the day, regardless of the weather. Like, I know my god sister was outside just lighting shit off. She didn't give a fuck. Sprinkle, no sprinkle, it didn't give a fuck. She was outside. So I tried to make dot cakes again because I did previously make them and they turned out fucking great. They were delicious and we fucking loved them. They were yellow cake with chocolate frosting and rainbow sprinkles and they were delicious. But I bought these like mason jars, these like 4-ounce mason jar. I don't even know how many ounces, but these small mason jars. And I use that, but it's the same circumference at the top of the jar as it is on the bottom. Whereas the cups that I got on Amazon, those were not. They were kind of like angled, like a party cup or whatever, you know? And so that kind of sucked because it just didn't end up turning out the way that I intended it to. But everybody fucking loved them. I wasn't too pleased with the aesthetic outcome of them, but they tasted great. Everybody fucking loved them, and I got nothing but good feedback on that too. So it was just all around great. So I'm glad that I made them because I was like, well, you know, the kids aren't going to give a fuck, but it was all the adults. They were smashing that shit. They were like, can you grab me another cake cup? Will you grab me a cake cup? Maddie has a set of cousins that they're twins. And so one of them was inside with her son and the other one was sitting outside with us. And they were like, hey, can you telepathically tap into her brain and tell her, bring a cake cup outside for whatever reason. You don't need to know why. Just bring one outside. It didn't end up working out. No, she didn't bring a cake cup outside, but it was a fun story. But anyway, what's next? Oh, I forgot. So I had made those cake cups or whatever. Bitch, as I was writing my notes for this podcast, I was thinking, well, I still have like all those glass cups, right? Because like those are just the ones that we made at home prior. And I was like, you know, it'd be really fucking good is to do that, but with brownies. I'm saying it really quietly, so hopefully Maddie can't hear me because I think it would be a really cool surprise idea and I don't want her to know about it, but I want you guys to know about it. So hopefully she can hear me. But does not sound fucking good with chocolate frosting and sprinkles on top. Oh, bitch. Also, have you seen that fucking like brownie pudding shit, like grandma's brownie pudding or whatever on TikTok? That shit looks absurd. It looks fucking insane. It looks so good. It's like lava brownie chocolate. Oh, it looks good. Anyways, but doesn't that sound so good? I was like, might have to do that. Back to 4th of July. I don't know why I have these out of order, but I guess that was how it worked in my brain. I put down that we aren't the kind of light our own fireworks off kind of people. We're not spending money on that shit. We're just not. Maybe when we have lots of money to literally blow up our money. But like as of right now, I don't have extra money to blow up, literally. So we don't purchase those. Also, we're just neither one of us are really like wanting to be the one to light them off. Like we'll sit and watch them, but we're not the ones that are like getting a thrill out of running and lighting them and then running back and watching them blow up. Like that's just, I think that thrill is over for us, unfortunately. Maybe it'll come back when we have kids or something, but not right now. But Train was out of town. He was in Arizona. And so Maddie was staying over there. And so we ended up not going to this party on the 3rd. And I was kind of glad because there was a bunch of fireworks going on in Blair. And I knew that Joj was going to be really sad and scared. And I didn't want him to be in his kennel and be all alone. So I'm glad that we came home and I was able to be with him. And then I don't remember, since this is the 3rd fucking time that I've started this episode over, if I had mentioned this time around that we have one of those like tight thunder shirts for Joj. And we also got these like, I don't know what brand they are. And I should have looked since I started this over 3 fucking times, but they're in an orange tall canister. They're calming treats that I got at Costco. And I think they're in normal. I think that's like their branding everywhere. Cause I think I've seen them at Target too. They have like behavioral ones as well. I don't know necessarily what those are for, but yeah, so I was glad we got those 2 little things for him and they ended up really working for him. So we'll have to like put in a little clip of what the brand looks like and everything. Because also if you don't have a thunder shirt for your dog or you haven't heard of them, they are basically just like an anxiety shirt that you put on your dog. It's a wrap. So it just has a little Velcro that wraps around the front part of their neck right here, and you don't make it too tight. It's just tight enough for them to feel like they're being held. And then they have one that goes underneath their belly area and wraps around their back. So like it clasps underneath their belly. And it just gives them like the sense of comfort, and it works really well. We've had some growing up for my other dogs, like when I grew up with my grandparents, and they've always worked for the big dogs that we had too for around the 4th of July. So that was kind of how I already knew about them. They sell them at our vet. So if your dog is not a fan of anything like that, any anxiety, just in general, I would very much recommend the shirt, because it's not it's a one purchase item that will hopefully work versus having to constantly repurchase the calming treats. But we do that anyway, because I feel like sometimes we just need him to chill the fuck out. Like sometimes he's just going crazy. Sometimes there's dogs outside that are barking and he wants to bark at them. You just got to do what you got to do, you know? Next. The next episode is going to be a Drake episode. And I haven't done one because I've talked about it before, that I just don't want to put out there. I know that obviously I'm a Drake fanatic, but I don't follow deep down every single small, minuscule detail that goes on in his life and what he's doing and where he's living and what, like, I don't follow all that shit. Okay. Love him. Love his music. That's about as far as it goes for me. But I don't want people to be like, no, bro, that's not even what that song was about. It was about the beef with Kendrick and da-da-da. Like, I get it. Okay. Whatever. I don't care. I'm literally always going to take his side. So it doesn't matter what the fuck he's rapping about, because regardless, I'm going to take a side. So period, point blank. All right. But I wanted to do a little overview, like a episode on the most recent 3 albums, Iceman, Habibi T, and Maid of Honor. And I kind of have been doing like I wanted to do a list. I talked about this because I do Fave 5. So I wanted to do 5 of my favorites from each of the album. But then I was like, I can only do 5. Like, there's no way. Like, I need to do like 8 off of one of them, like 7 off of one, and then like 4 off of another. Like, I just needed more than that. I didn't want to put myself to those limitations. And so I decided that I'm going to categorize them. I went through and I've been listening to I've been writing down all my favorites on each of the album. And then I'm going back through and re-listening to the songs and putting in my notes if they classify into one of the 3 categories, which is 1, a nighttime drive, a vibe that you would listen to on a nighttime. Like, it's just kind of like, you can take that how you will. It could be a pump up fucking nighttime drive. Like, it is a vibe, you know, shit's cooking. Or you could have a really fucking mellow ass, like, you know, what is that? 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Like, one of those. One of those vibes, if you know what I'm saying. And then I have the second one is an anytime vibe, where you could listen to it literally any time of day. It will pump you up, and you don't have to be happy, sad, mad, whatever. And whatever, you could just listen to it whenever. And then the third one's going to be Shake That Ass in the Club because duh. So obviously, like, Cheetah Print, that's going to be Shake Your Ass in the Club. Okay. I'm not going to keep going into detail about that because we're going to do a full episode on it. So I'm not going to talk anymore about it, but that's going to be the next episode. I'm leaving you fuckers with Fave 5, and I'm so happy that I've gotten this far, because I have not gotten past, like, my appreciation for Brendan's episode in the last 2 fucking trials that I tried to record this episode. So I'm really happy that we made it to Fave 5. Okay, I have a small, exciting ass fucking story for you. So I am super excited because I love my new fucking therapist. That's my number 1 on my Fave 5. I had to leave my last therapist because she moved. So I guess I didn't leave her. She left me. So whatever. We broke up and I had to find a new therapist. And so I still stayed at the same place, which, if you are in the Omaha area and you are looking for a therapist or a counselor or someone to talk to, please fucking DM me or let me know, because I would love to recommend a couple of people to you in different places. But I most definitely want to recommend Love and Light Counseling. That is my godmom Brandy's best friend, Christine. She owns that place. She runs it. She's a fucking boss bitch. Okay. She be running that shit day in, day out. And she is working it. Okay. And if you need somebody to go to, please fucking reach out. They have multiple therapists there, and I'm sure we could find somebody that would be able to fit, like, best match with you, because I just got really fucking lucky the last couple times. Because I know that prior to that, this therapist that I love her so much, I'm not telling you her name, and then my last therapist, both of them were recommended to me by Christine, which Christine used to be my therapist. So the last 3 therapists I've had have been great fits for me. Prior to that, it was a fucking struggle to find somebody that I could, like, really talk to. I'm just like, I don't really know that I'm vibing with you. You're like 50 and I don't know. It's just, it's not working for me. It didn't work out for me. So I founded somebody that I love, and I'm so happy about it. But that's my number one. So this also, the second one falls into that category, kind of, just because I'm going to tell the story and it's going to run into that. But the other day when I went to my therapy session, I stopped at this store right outside of my therapy session, like right outside of my therapy place. And I had seen this ice cream man in the parking lot. And I don't know about y'all, but at least my childhood growing up, I used to always call them the ding ding man, because they would go ding, ding, ding. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, they had that like bell in there. And that's how you knew they were coming. I fucking loved the ding ding man. And my favorite fucking thing there was a bubblegum snow cone. Yes, a bubblegum snow cone. I'm going to insert a picture here or somewhere on this fucking page so you can see it. Literally, it could be over my face. I don't give a fuck. It's so gorgeous. But I ran into this store, and then as I was leaving, this guy was walking to his car, and I was like, can I grab a snow cone from you? And I only had $3 in cash. And he's like, you only want one? And I was like, you take tap to pay? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll take 3. Go ahead and hit me with 3 of them hoes. I would definitely take 3. And I was like, no fucking way. I'm so excited. I don't think they used to sell them at the zoo, at Henry Dorley Zoo. If you used to fancy that, I literally have a fucking picture of me. I'm not going to be able to put it in this video, but I'll see if I can find it sometime in my life. But I have a picture of me, maybe 2 years old, like munching on this fucking bubblegum snow cone at the zoo. Fire. And it was so nostalgic. I told the guy, I was like, I don't think I've had one of these in like 10 or 15 years. He was like, I'm so sorry to hear that. I was like, no, seriously, this is so nostalgic. I'm so excited. I cannot fucking wait. And I'm really sad because I only have one left. So I'm really sad. But I'll put a picture of this guy's thing, because if you are local to Omaha or in the Nebraska area and you want a fucking ding ding man or ice cream man, whatever the fuck you call it, to come out to your fucking house or your neighborhood or whatever, you call this fucking number. You got to make sure if you fucking call this number, you have to promise me that you're going to ask for Lewis. Okay? I asked him his name. He said, you call this number. You tell them you want them to come out. You want somebody to come out, and you tell them Lewis. And I said, okay. Because I told him, I said, if you're ever looking to make some money, you should come out to Blair. And he's like, y'all ain't got a truck out there? I was like, not that I'm aware of, because I know damn well I'd be chasing that bitch down. Okay? I will do a lot for a bubblegum snow cone. I will do a lot. Also, fun fact, did you know the snow cone, the ones that I'm referencing that I showed a picture of that's like red, yellow, blue, did you know that the yellow is banana? True shit. I didn't know. But cherry, banana, and blue raspberry. Crazy. Never would have thought that, but definitely tastes like that once you put it together. I'm like, yeah, I could see that. But I was like, yeah, you should come out to Blair. He's like, you don't have one out there? I said, I don't think so. He said, not to be an asshole or anything, but that sounds like a really good opportunity to make some money. I was like, no, seriously. Like, I know that I'll fucking be there. I told him, I said, I know. This is the street that I live on. I said, you make sure you go up and down that street a couple times. A couple times you come in, you do your route, you drive down a couple times before you leave, okay? And I'm going to make sure that I hit you each time, or at least once, so that way you don't fucking miss me. But I just told him, he's like, yeah, definitely reach out. He's like, text somebody, tell them that you want them to come out to Blair. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then I got on my Snapchat story, and I was like, showed a picture of his card or whatever, and said, like, if you guys want somebody to come out, whatever, like for your next party, like, I know that I'm going to do that. I don't throw parties, but like when I do throw a party or the next time I have a get together, I'm going to call that bitch. I was like, it's basically like DoorDash ice cream. Like, what? Like a whole and also I was literally thinking about it. I was like, why I'm sorry. Used to be a fan of Kona Ice when it like first started and it was popular and whatnot and whatever. And we were like, oh my God, that's so cool. Okay, I'm really fucking over it. I'm really not a fan of Kona Ice. I think I was over it like after the second time I had it. But why the fuck? That's just because it's all bougie and looks cool and you get fucking flower necklaces and they play music from the island or whatever the fuck. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if my, like when I worked at Toyota, we had a like employee appreciation day and it was like a themed week that we were donating to some fundraiser or something. I don't know. So we got to wear all these fun outfits. And one day was Hawaiian Day. And so they had Kona Ice come out and it was great. It was whatever. But like, if they would have had that ratchet ghetto ass fucking Ford E150 or whatever the fuck those are, and that dude in a fucking wife beater, like, I would have been totally cool with that. They got everything in there. They got snow cones. They got fucking the waffle choco taco thingies. They got the fucking bubblegum screwball things with the little bubblegum at the bottom. And they got the everything. They have fucking everything. They have the strawberry shortcake bars and the chocolate version of those and the everything. Like Shrek and the SpongeBob and the Tinkerbell and whatever. Like, why the fuck are we not getting that? Fuck Kona Ice. I'm sorry. I'll boycott all day long. Support your local fucking ice cream man. Anywho, but bubblegum snow cones, that was my number 2 for that long ass winded story. But it was nice. Bought us a couple minutes. Okay, you can call me 5 years old, but I think at least 2 to maybe 3 times a week. I should be ashamed to say that, and I'm not because I don't give a fuck. And if you are judging me, then log off and mind your motherfucking business. Period. But you can call me 5 years old all day. I love chicken nuggets and french fries. Okay? I feel like at this point, I am a french fry connoisseur. I know a good fucking french fry when I see one, when I smell one, when I taste one. I will know if I'm going to crave that french fry again at another point in time. Or if it's just not for me. Like, I can tell you right now, I've been reaching out to all the fucking people that I know I want to partner with for the podcast. Like I said a couple episodes ago, I've just been reaching out to people, brands, like influencers, whatever. And one of those that I just started following was Lamb Weston. Okay? LAMBWESTON. Potatoes. Those are the ones that I talked about in the past that I didn't know their brand, but the bag looked like a potato sack. Well, they changed their fucking packaging, so now you really need to know the brand. I took a picture so I could fucking put it on here, but they also have, they're just kind of pricey for me. I mean, like, not really. It's just, I feel like it depends where you get them. We shop at fucking Family Fair right down the street from our house, but because we live in such a small town, it's so fucking expensive. So if you're not going to like Walmart or whatever, then it's expensive as fuck. So they are kind of pricey, but only at Family Fair. I don't know how expensive they are anywhere else. But I have some on my list that I'm looking to try. But they have the super like shoestring, like skinny French fry, the regular hand cut French fry. They have a crispy tater tot that I haven't tried yet. And I really want to try the steak potato, like steak fry ones that are a little bit thicker. Those also look really fucking good, but I think at my Family Fair, they're like $7 a bag. And the way that I fly through them, it's just not really like economical for me to buy that. But I will most definitely, like, since finding them, game changer. Okay. I also really fuck with Ore-Ida. I will fuck with Ore-Ida till the day I die. Lamb Weston, you're new to me, but I'm keeping you in the rotation, baby. Okay. But Ore-Ida, you've been my ride or die like way back when. Your crispy crowns, my grandpa had made me crispy crowns on this, I don't even know, this dusty ass fucking black pizza pan from God knows when, probably the fucking 60s. And he used to put them on this little pan that had all these little holes in it that you were supposed to put a pizza on so that it could, like, you know, get the crust like through the pan or whatever so that your crust didn't get all soggy. It was like crunchy. Well, he would put our tater tots on there when he put them in the oven because that was before air fryer times. God, that would have saved our life. But anyway, we used to always have them with hamburgers and hot dogs. And my grandpa's a fucking hot dog freak. He'll, like, I'm pretty sure his last deathbed meal will be a hot dog. Like, any fucking chosen meal of his life would be a hot dog. Like, if he ever got to pick a meal, it will always be a hot dog or steak, but most likely a hot dog. And specifically, Nathan's Hot Dogs. My grandpa grew up in New York, and so he very much knows good. He knows a good hot dog. I personally, growing up in Nebraska, being forced to eat those hot dogs once a week, I just wasn't a fan of them. But they're nostalgic for him, and that's all that matters. But yes, chicken nuggets and french fries. So I fuck with Ore-Ida. I love the crispy crowns. I love the super crispy, what is that? Fast food fries. Those are like the super thin ones. They have hash brown patties in a bag. Yeah, they're good shits. Love me some fucking Ore-Ida. Also, Tyson chicken nuggets is what I'm going with right now. I will be switching, just so you know, because unfortunately I found out some really not so good news. If you want to ruin the way that you think about food and see food as a whole in America, then please listen to the episode of, I'm pretty sure it's the Jay Shetty podcast. I'm pretty sure his name was Dr. Chris Palmer. Dr. Chris something. I think it was Palmer, but Dr. Chris something. He basically talks about the fact that American food companies can make up a random ass fucking chemical that has never been tested and put it in our food and say that it's an additive. Okay? Other additives. Just says other additives. Or puts it in as a food dye or whatever. They can say whatever they want to say on the bag, apparently. And this doesn't have to be fucking tested for them to put it in our fucking food. A random ass chemical that they fucking decide. We are the lab rats. Like, they aren't doing that anymore because we are them. We are the lab rats, bitch. Okay? Do your fucking research. It's changing the way that we eat our fucking food. Obviously, I'll always fuck with the shit that I fuck with. I'm always going to grab a fucking $3 bubblegum snow cone with red 40. Okay? I'm not going to change my whole fucking life, but I am going to change a good 80% of it because it does make a fucking difference. And I think even if we decided we didn't want to, unintentionally, we are going to change because it's just now at the forefront of our mind that if you're wondering, like, listen to that. But basically, it was a brand. I'm pretty sure it was the Morningstar brand. They were doing it in this, like, vegetarian or vegan meats, like, substitutes. And that's how it was, like, helping them get their protein or whatever. The ingredient was called Terra flour. Maddie will be so proud of me that I remembered all this stuff. Anyways, but look it up because it sounds like so innocent and just sweet. Like, oh, Terra flour. It's probably this flour that they ground up, or they have the seeds from. Or what. No, bitch. It's a fake fucking chemical that sounds all fucking nice and sweet and harmless. And it's fucking people's kidneys and livers and shit. Like, fucking that shit up. Like 500 and something people. Or whatever. I don't even know. But do your fucking research. Stop eating fucking trash. Stop eating out. Start cooking at home a little bit more. Even if you're fucking getting Ore-Ida or whatever the fuck you're getting. Okay? Even if you don't physically fucking make it yourself, do a little tiny bit of fucking research for once. Okay? Stop being so fucking lazy. And Train has just loved this whole situation because he's like, well, yeah, I've been eating organic forever. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I know, you're better, whatever. Okay, well, I am not your age with your money living on my own. So I don't have the money to eat like that. Okay? I already barely eat. So the shit that I do eat, yeah, I could be a little bit better. I feel like the least I could do is change that. All right, let's keep going because, like, this has gotten a little bit longer than I intended, and I gotta get ready because we're going to North Italia. Can't wait to get a steak tagliata. It's gonna be so fucking good. All right. 4 is my Vicks humidifier. Yeah. Yep. Vicks humidifier. Vicks as in Vicks Vapor Rub. Mentha, good shit under your nose. Helps you breathe better. I use that shit every night. But they also have their own brand of humidifiers and stuff that you can get. Like, there's packs that come with it to help, like, put that shit into the air and help it be, like, more of a cooled mist and whatever. Anyway, Good shit helps me a drastic difference. Like, I can definitely tell when I wake up in the morning how dry my fucking throat is through my nose, or how dry my mouth is, or whatever the fuck is going on if I don't have that shit on. Even when I do, I feel like it really is just like, it depends. Like, it's hot as fuck outside, and like, it really just depends on everything. All of the factors go into it. But when that's not on, I can definitely fucking tell a difference. And it sucks because you have to use distilled water only, and sometimes we don't have it. So I try to always grab, like, when we run low or when we go to grab it at the store, it's only like $1 a gallon or whatever. So I try to grab like 6 or 8 of them, which seems crazy, but it's really nice because it lasts a minute. And if all of the water is gone out of the reservoir, then an entire gallon will fit in there, which is great. All right, the last thing I'm going to talk about is Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookie dough mini. Okay, the regular's great and all, whatnot, whatever, but mini. Okay, I'm going to be the bitch to tell you you shouldn't eat raw cookie dough. I'm going to do it, but you shouldn't do it. I can't tell you to do it, but I'm going to tell you not to do it, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, I love me some Nestle Toll House cookie dough. That shit's fire. And the minis, whether we bake them as minis and they turn out to be like tablespoon sized cookies, or I just eat the fucking dough, they really should make that so that it's edible, because I know that like Pillsbury has done that, but I just am not a fan of like the Pillsbury recipe as much. And like the Nestle, I like the Nestle semi-sweet chips. Like, they're just so good. But I do know that you can eat Pillsbury dough. It's like eat or bake dough now. But because they're smart, because people like obviously are still going to eat the fucking raw ass cookie dough. But like Nestle, you should hop on that train, bitch, before I get salmonella. Because, which also, that's another thing. What the fuck even, like, I should look up what that looks like, because everybody says, oh, you're going to get salmonella because of raw eggs. What even is that? What is salmonella? How do I know if I have it? What does it look like? Chicken pox? No, I can't see it. It's not visible. How am I going to know? Stomachache? That's not going to be good, because I have a stomachache every fucking day of my life. All right, bitches. I am going to go get ready so that we can go celebrate my mother, and we can go get some nice, delicious ass fucking steak and some great sides. Ooh, and some grilled bread. That was going to be on my list too. Grilled bread at North Italia. If you have a North Italia around you, by you, somewhere, go. Make the drive. If you go on vacation, make it someplace that you fucking go out to dinner. If you don't fucking have one where you are or whatever, fucking go there, please. I will say I say it's expensive because I feel like we order the most expensive thing, but it's not the most expensive. I feel like it's a really good like date night. It's like, it's more expensive than Chili's, but it's not like as expensive as like Fleming's, if that makes sense. Somewhere in between there. Chili's and Fleming's. That's a good fucking scale to gauge it off of. But anyway, all right, bitch. I love you. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little catch-up episode. I hope you guys all had a great, incredible 4th of July, because USA, baby, America. And next time I see you, we'll be talking about Drake, the man, the myth, the legend, 6 God, Champagne Poppy, 6 God. Yeah, can't wait. It's going to be the best day of my life. I love you, bitches. I'll see you later. Bye.